We went out, and he got me a coat, he got a coat, and we walked way out toward the, around from the, where they had the little stand where the soda pop was. And we went out around the road, and you turned, and the bayou was right there. Well, there's a little bridge there, so we stopped there. And that, years later, that's where what he told me, that's when he fell in love.
No.
And I told Mike and Dorothy, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, and he was so drunk, how did he know who fell in love?
He was in love with her.
I said, he's drunk as a hoot owl. And Mike was driving across the causeway, we was going to a wedding. This is after Babe had passed away.
You was telling Mike and them about it?
Yeah, they were laughing.
Well, no, where was this place, this dance hall or whatever?
In the big city, in the
Big city.
park.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
County Park or whatever they call
Oh,
it,
okay.
something else
And
now.
it's on Dickinson Bayou.
Oh, that's the bio.
Back
Okay.
part of it.
Yeah, yeah.
How long did you and Babe date before you got married?
Waiting till next year, October, over a year.
Over you?
Who are your brother and sister-in-laws? What's their names?
Oh, you mean the Terraso side?
Uh-huh.
Well, the only ones with us now is Mike Terraso, and then,
Barbara?
No.
named Francis
Oh, yeah.
Delisandri. That's the two of them that's left. And there's Charlie, Nick, Pete, Annie Matranga, Annie Terraso Matranga. I'm not leaving that.
And, let's see, Pete, Charlie, what about, oh, Pete was that, yeah, Pete does.
And your father-in-law's full name, if you know it.
My father-in-law,
Uh-huh.
Joseph Terraso, I guess, that's all I know.
Yeah, we may have it on that.
Is he the one that came from Italy or?
Yeah.
What town in Italy, do you know any of that? Like where they came
Well,
from or anything?
yeah,
No,
Sicily is all,
Sicily?
we've got it on there, where they immigrate, where they came from. So you don't know, when did the Martins come to the United States, do you know?
no, I don't. But they ended up in Ohio.
Oh, okay. And then
My daddy, I guess, met my mother's best girlfriend, and
yeah, we didn't get into
they
that.
got married. And who has the wedding picture? I guess Aunt Helen had it, and I don't know what those kids did with it, with the wedding picture.
So this
My
was,
mother was in the
Wedding.
In the wedding?
wedding, and she was in that picture too.
and then he married,
And then they moved to Galveston when my daddy went to work in Galveston. And was 1918 or 19, whatever year, 1918, I guess, or 17. Whenever the flu epidemic, my daddy's first wife got the flu, my daddy got the flu, and my mother comes from Ohio down to take care of them, or take care of her best friend, and she died. And my daddy made it through, and she had no money, I guess she hadn't been working or nothing, she had no money to go back to Ohio to her job there. And she was like a nanny, I guess. She took care of this little girl. And the little girl was playing hide and seek with somebody, and she jumped into the flour barrel to hide. Anyway, my mama ended up down here, and then she ended up marrying my daddy.
so your daddy had a little girl, a girl?
No,
No, this was.
That was the little girl she took care of.
Oh, I see.
So
Okay.
your daddy didn't have any children with the other lady? with the
No,
first
no, she
wife?
was pregnant, but she died
I
in
see.
the flu, that horrible flu.
Oh,
And they were from, your daddy was from Czechoslovakia?
No.
No, not
No.
Czechoslovakia.
Bill-
Hungry or,
Hungry.
what else?
now what, I don't know what it is now.
But they
Is
chopped
still
it
hungry?
up.
Yeah,
Oh, one of those little,
Mhm.
ball states. Huh. So, but you don't know when they came to the United States?
No,
what was your mother's
early
name?
1900s.
Was what?
Maiden name? Your mother's?
Gaal
G-A-A.
with like a hyphen
With a hyphen
or
or
something
something?
on, over the one of the A's.
You don't know what that was, what
No.
nationality that
Oh,
was?
Hungarian.
Hungarian?
My dad and mother both were Hungarian.
Okay.
You know, one thing I remember talking to you about, it's been years ago, but you talked a lot about the time when the Blue Face was being built and the Italian families, many of them, and some other families, had to leave, you know, for the Blue Face. And I wondered if you could talk about your memories of that time a little bit, you know, what you remember about it.
Everybody on that side of the road had to, Cambianos had to move, and I don't know, old Schefflers, they lived way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
way-
Everybody, so that'd be
That way.
everybody south of
South
Shower
of,
Room
Shower Room.
Street.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm. And how many of them do you think came back after they could buy their land back?
Yeah, the Polinas did. Hachi, you don't know him by Hachi, and,
George,
who else?
the Robinsons
Robinsons.
did.
Yeah.
Well, was Dallas Andrews, did they move
Roy
back?
and Francis and them?
Or, yeah, or,
The Dallas Andrews family.
there,
Oh,
yeah, that,
did they have Bonnie's
yeah, Pete,
mother and daddy?
yeah.
And
Were you living out there when that happened? Or were you living in that area?
In Grandma's house?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we had to move.
Do you remember the man actually coming and telling you you had to move?
Mm-mm.
He probably told it to, did y'all were
Andrew
renting?
Shiro
Yeah.
probably,
You were renting
now said.
from him, huh? Okay.
But not many of them came back. A lot of them didn't then.
Mm-mm.
Well, they,
Who else out there?
And when you lived out there, Annie and Uncle Tate lived there too.
Oh, yeah, in the old house. And my sister and her husband lived on the 2 rooms. This big old house has 2 rooms on each side of the big hall, in the middle.
mhm.
And they lived on that side. And
Where was that house? No, it was on Shower.
on Shiro, on this side.
It's gone now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they supposed to cut it in half and moved it to Altalone or Algo or somewhere else.
Oh, and now they moved it when the blue thing was.
Mhm. After that, before they started. Well, they didn't do no building there,
No.
but they wanted everybody to get out. Oh, and Hines, what was their name? Henry Hines?
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
They lived out
They lived
that
on
way?
the corner.
corner,
They lived on the corner.
second and shower.
Second
Yeah, I
and
just
Child.
remember when they lived down on
They raised hogs.
the bio. Did they moved over on Little Bend?
No, they moved down here on,
Who was? Oh.
Bernard
Okay.
South
Well,
River, way
some
down there.
kin to him, I think, lived moved on the bio. That was in the 40s, I guess, too.
What do you know about John Peel?
Oh,
I remember
he
John.
lived behind us.
On, in,
You had to
Where
go
where
to,
Meadowbrook is.
you had to, yeah, you had to go on Second Street and go back there. He lived back there. I think he's buried in the cemetery over in Hitchcock,
I think so.
you know.
What did he do for a living?
I don't know. He never did nothing. He lived in Grandma's house.
I bet he knows.
I thought,
He rode a horse and watched the
He had a horse.
stuff out south
He,
for people coming in stealing cows.
Oh,
Oh,
he
really?
guarded the cattle?
That's the guarded, yeah.
Huh. What do you
How
call
about
that? A cowboy? I mean, was he a cowboy?
Tito?
Security guard.
Security
Who
guard.
shot, was it Tito that got shot? Who shot Tito?
Tito Mac?
Who
Yeah.
shot Tito Mac? That's
He shot Tito Mac?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
I think Tito Mac's wife shot.
Okay,
In-
what was
in-
that?
in the old
Okay,
cemetery.
Tito, no, not Tito, it
Huh?
wasn't Tito. Mm-mm.
It was a Mac.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
The
Tito.
crippled one? He was crippled
No,
from being shot?
not the one that got shot,
Oh,
no.
no. I mean, I thought, well, Tito Mac was crippled, I mean, kind of crippled.
Because
What'd he do?
Wiggin bought that property
Yeah,
on that side of,
Yeah.
across from Carbide Park.
Mhm.
And they lived back there.
Yeah.
Well, the old lady, Georgie Mac, used to live there.
mhm.
And he lived back there, and his wife, and he had a daughter and, I don't know how many kids, two or three kids. And he wanted his daughter to work in there as a H.
Mhm.
And his wife killed him right down by the cemetery.
Oh,
I think.
really?
Mhm. She shot him.
So that was who?
And what
Was
was
a
her
Mac.
name? I'm
It
trying to
was
think
a
of her
Mac?
name. Was it
One of the
Lorraine?
Mac?
Lorraine Mac?
Did she go to jail?
She was.
Did she go to jail?
I don't think so. She was a lovely person. I just loved her. She really was.
Good enough reason for me.
On their place,
Yeah.
on the
like-
Mac place, they also had a bar or
Yeah,
Beer
that's,
joint.
he had it, but
Yeah.
the one that got shot
Did
had it.
you,
Oh, the Carbide Park property.
What?
The Carbide Park.
Couldn't make out with this little sign. Okay, we'll continue with our interview with Mrs. Ethel Martin Terraso and her daughter Barbara. And we have a few more questions we'll ask her.
I was curious about Carbide Park and what might have been there before it was a park, or who lived there.
There's a lot of different things. We used to go down there and play in the bayou, when it was just a little bitty gully, and we'd go on the side that Carbide Park is on, and we'd go back in the bushes and the trees. We weren't no more scared of poison ivy or snakes, nothing. And went back way in the back,
Playing.
and then came back around, and there used to be orchards in there, had some kumquat, sick-looking little trees. I guess they were from way back. No, they weren't wild, no, but they were from way back. And then we come into the people's yards and talk to them. And then they also had all kind of vines growing over the trees. And we'd go up, climb up on those vines, and then roll down. We thought it was wonderful.
Kind of like
And then we
So
walked.
they were so thick that you could
Yeah,
just
uh-huh.
roll on them?
Mhm.
I'll bet.
Yeah. And then we went into their yard and talked to them, and different people lived there. This one time, we had Callista Anderson, Cambiano with us, and we went into the yard, and these were
Black family?
black family lived there, and the kids just got a kick out of us, and Callista got a kick out of them, and we were talking to the kids, and then left, went out of their yard and left. They were real nice people. And then at one time, a lady lived there, and I can't think of her name. I think her first name was Bertha, but I think Mayberry. I think it was baby Bertha Mayberry. And she washed for my mother, washed clothing for my mother. Then at one time across the road, Georgie Mack washed clothes for my mother. But my mother didn't like, she was too rough on the clothes. didn't like her washing the clothes.
Wear them out too fast. You scrub too much.
She must have rubbed too hard. We had a rub board.
Yeah.
Yeah, and had to heat the water out in the yard and hang the clothes out on the line. Of course, we had to bring them in when they got dry. But that's
Yeah.
what the wash people that help mother.
What about Newland Park?
And Newland Park, that was a Prince property, and they had built this park across the road from their house, which was just across the little gully, and they had this lovely dance floor, and my mother used to walk with us when we were old enough, take us down to the park and learn to dance. Which whoever tried to teach us to dance.
What, did they have a band there?
Yeah, they had bands, regular
Yeah.
bands. and
What
they
kind
had-
of dancing did they teach you?